up everybody, it's Cameron. In today's video, I'm going to be taking you through a day in the life of a Zoom University student. So for those of you who aren't familiar with my channel, I'm Cameron. I am a second-year sophomore finance major at the University of Florida, and obviously, like everyone else, my classes got moved all online a couple of weeks ago, and now with the semester kind of wrapping up, it's getting to be the really busy part of the semester where I have a lot of things going on each day, not just in my classes, but also with clubs and organizations, things that I'm signing up for and looking to get involved in. So today's schedule is extremely busy. Tuesdays are usually one of the busier days of my week anyway, but just to kind of give you a rundown, you can see I already swiped through a couple things that I got done today, but I still have a management lecture I need to watch. I need to do that quickly because right after that, I have an interview for an organization that I really want to get involved in. That is at 10:35, so I need to be done with this by then, and I need to change into my business professional attire up top. And once I'm done with that, I then need to watch a lecture for my accounting class. And after that, I need to work on some practice problems for that because I later will have a Zoom conference meeting with some of my friends to finish the assignment. We're going to work together and crank through that. And then after that, I should be pretty good. That it's going to take me quite a long time just to get all the content down and understood. But once I get done with that, I need to keep working on one of these papers that I'm writing as my final for one of my classes. And so I'm planning on writing 300 words for that. The paper in total is 3,000 words, so I just found it a lot easier to just break it up into small chunks. So write 300 words of that. That'll be one of the last school things I need to do for today. And after that, in the early evening, I plan on either working out or practicing my golf swing. And finally, the last thing of the day is I have to go to a Zoom meeting for student government because I got nominated for a position that is pretty high up, but before I am officially in that position, I need to be accepted by Senate. So pretty big deal. As long as they don't object to me, I should be fine. But that is at 7:30. So that is a full day of work. So with all that being said, I'm gonna jump into the management lecture and get this started. So with that, I wrapped up my management lecture, and that, as you heard, was actually the last lecture of content for the semester, which is pretty crazy now that classes are wrapping up. It seems like we just started, but yeah, definitely a good sign that we're all done with content, and I've still got about a week until the exam, so I can really focus in on studying for that. But with that being done now, it's 9:12. So I still have about an hour and 20 minutes until my interview. So before I get breakfast, I'm going to write down just 5 questions for me myself to ask in the interview because that always comes up in any interview you have. The person will always ask you if you have any questions for them, and obviously if you don't have any questions, it looks like you're pretty unprepared, and that's not how I want to appear. So I'm going to focus on doing a little bit of research and coming up with 5 quick questions and get breakfast, and I'll meet you back up here in a different uniform for my interview. Okay guys, so it's now 10:20. I wrote down the 5 questions. They're pretty basic, straightforward questions, but I think the interview is supposed to be pretty short, so I think they will get the job done and will allow me to get answers to everything I'm kind of looking for. And I always get pretty nervous right before interviews. I have a lot of them just for organizations and internships, and I do enjoy them. I just always get really nervous right beforehand. So I'm going to log on in less than 10 minutes, and I hope it all goes well, and I'll update you once I'm done. So I just finished up the interview. It was really quick. It only took about 10 minutes. So I only asked 2 of the questions just because, they're obviously very busy and I didn't want to take up any more of their time. But it went pretty well. The first question I probably could have answered a little bit better, but in retrospect, it went very well for the limited time that it was. I did feel a little bit foolish just because it was only an audio interview. So there was absolutely no need to get dressed up, or even if I am just half dressed up. But yeah, I'm glad I got that over with. I was kind of just worried about that. So now I have about 9 hours until my next Zoom meeting / interview. So in the meantime, I'm going to focus on managerial accounting, really get a strong hold on all of that, and just keep the day going and staying productive.
I live in a madhouse with a cash account down the time now. With a mask that you don't wanna stay down. Watch the night go by, got the cash flying high, got the music loud. I live in a madhouse with a cash account down the time now. With a mask that you don't wanna stay down. Watch the night go by, got the cash flying high, got the music loud. Yeah. Cruising down the street in a black tin, got her with that gun 65 in a second. Now the money stay number one in my mind. Tatted on my skin, there's never enough time. Fly high, I take it all the time. Try to keep me out, I'm gonna sneak in through the nightlight. Yeah, I like it when it shines. My wrist they glistening in the moonlight. Where the cash at? It's about a mile away. Sitting on the throne, sipping Chardonnay.
Okay, so now it is 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I just got done with lunch, and I am now watching the new accounting lecture that came out today. If you saw me staring at my computer, I wasn't just talking to myself. I was in a Zoom conference with some friends, finishing up one of the assignments from an earlier chapter. So that's what I was doing prior. I was working on all the homework to get ready for that assignment. So now that I have that over with, that was kind of the more mentally demanding task of the day. So now I just have to wrap up this lecture and work on a couple more things, and I'll be good for the day. So I'm gonna get back to this, and I'll update you when I update you.
You and your own like it's another day. Yeah. Oh, can you bring it back like got the cops with the red lights? I made my mind, I'ma get mine, and my life will be alright now. In a madhouse with a cash account down the time now. With a mask that you don't wanna stay down. Watch the night go by, got the cash flying high, got the music loud. I live in a madhouse with a cash account down the time now. With a mask that you don't wanna stay down. Watch the night go by, got the cash flying high, got the music loud. Yeah. Cruising down the highway, going 95, yeah, that's my way. Got the money flying out the window, yeah, I'm long gone. Car chase on the news, but they got it all wrong. But I ain't gonna change, baby, I'ma make it out one day. And I'm on my way, I'll be fine. I live in a madhouse with a cash account down the time now. With a mask that you don't wanna stay on.
Alright guys, so now is kind of the time of the day where things start to wind down. It's 4:20 now, of course, and the only thing left really on my to-do list for today is to write 300 words for my paper and my student government meeting tonight. So I still have 3 hours until that meeting, which gives me ample time to write the 300 words, which really, if I really apply myself, I can get done in probably 5 minutes. So I really just take this time really easy. I might watch a couple YouTube videos while I enjoy my coffee. Really just relax and take it easy because I go so hard throughout the rest of the day. I know originally on my to-do list I said I would either work out or play some golf. So we'll see where I'm at once I finish my 300 words. It's a hot day out there. I think it was like 95 degrees, so it doesn't sound too nice to go out and practice my golf swing, but who knows, I might just get motivated enough to do that. So with all this being said, I'm going to enjoy this coffee and write my 300 words.
Everybody's telling me love is not, it seems to be, but you don't want it to. I bet I walk my way, let the humming voices fade, living the way I do. Here I am outside the door, trying to collect my thoughts, silly words from yesterday. I feel like I lose my mind every time when you're around. I have so much to say.
Okay, it's about 45 minutes later now, and I just wrapped up the 300 words, so that was pretty quick. And one of the reasons that I decided to do just 300 words, I definitely am able to keep going. I was in a pretty good groove today, but I make sure that when I stop my writing, I leave it at a point where I know, or at least have an idea of what I'm going to write next. I've just found that this makes it easier for the next day when I start writing. I don't have to kind of start from a blank slate and spend some time figuring out what comes next. When I do it this way, I kind of already have a plan set for what's to come, not just my outline, but because I might even stop it, halfway through a sentence just so I know exactly what I wanted to originally say, and then it just keeps the ball rolling that way. I've also just found that doing short bits every single day, taking small bites at it, is certainly helpful, especially with a large paper similar to this one. This one is 3,000 words, so that's obviously a lot to write in one sitting. So just doing it and breaking it up into small bits like that is extremely helpful and keeps your mind a little bit fresh, so you don't have to do it all in one night. So now that I'm done, I am probably going to edit this video a little bit more because it still needs some work. Because I still have about 2 hours plus until the meeting, I think I will play golf just so I do something active for the day. So I'll probably watch a couple YouTube videos on golf, get some pointers because I do need them, and get motivated to go outside into this heat and work on my swing. So if everything works out, I'll see you outside. So this is the golf net I set up in my backyard a couple of weeks ago. I got it on Amazon before I returned from school just because I figured I'd be spending a lot of time at home. I figured I wanted something that would be somewhat entertaining and was also kind of a stress relief. So I like coming out here just at the end of the day when it's a little bit cooler out, throwing the AirPods in and just listening to music, and this is kind of just my therapy and stress relief with everything else going on in the world.
Yeah, I know you like it like that. Want me and run it back. You don't really care what I listen to, and I pretend that I'm into you. Cranberry vodka, parents had you locked up. What a shame. She said, listen to me now. I'm feeling kinda down. Just come around.
Okay, so now I'm done with golf and I am just finishing up getting ready for that 7:30 student government meeting. It's coming up in less than 20 minutes and I'm very nervous just because it will determine whether or not I am confirmed into the position that I was nominated for. There's no real reason that I would be objected to, but I'm just nervous nonetheless. So like I said, that's coming up very soon, so I'm gonna finish getting ready and head back up to the office.
The creation of a course that just focuses on teaching students this history. It's also...
And Natalie Rodriguez.
So in case you couldn't tell from my facial expression and hand gestures, I did get confirmed to my position, which is pretty cool. There were actually several people who were originally objected to, so I was a little scared at one point, but obviously it all worked out now. But with that, that checks the last thing off of my to-do list for today, meaning that my day is complete, my work here is done. It has been an absolutely crazy day, but I think I'm really only realizing how crazy busy it was now that I'm filming. This was a pretty average day. Not every single day of the week is like this, but early in the week, when I have the bulk of my classes, it definitely gets to be a lot. And so I'm glad that I was able to take you guys along with me throughout my day and allowed you to see what I do throughout the day to stay productive and make sure I stay sane during this whole stay-at-home phase of our lives. With all this being said, I really hope you guys enjoyed the video. I've been editing it pretty consistently throughout the day, and it's turning out to look pretty good. I hope you guys all are able to stay safe and stay productive during these uneasy times in our lives. Like always, if you have any questions at all, you can leave the question down in the comment section, or you can reach out to me on Instagram right here, and I will respond to any of your DMs, and I'd love to help you out if you need anything at all. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I certainly enjoyed making it, and yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.